schools are full of life, right? If you go into a school, it's full of children and life and, drama. But how do you manage death when it collides with life?
None of us are prepared for death in the traditional sense.
Their world has just gotten rocked.
Our phone doesn't ring unless someone has died.
It's not if a death happens, but when a death happens in your school.
I came in to the start of the year learning that we had 2 people in our community who were sick, who were battling cancer.
When death walks in that door, all bets are off.
Teachers are not trained to deal with death.
We're approaching, quadratic equations and dissecting things in biology and, getting athletes onto buses and winning games.
Our society in general, we don't know what to do when there's a loss and death and grief. So then when it's in a school, the parents don't know what to do, the teachers don't know what to do, the administrators don't know what to do, the students don't know what to do.
Death is a process to move through. The emergency is over. The person already died. So one of the biggest focus is to help the school kind of get their head around that.
We characterize our work as being kind of, emotional first responders. We don't drive up in an ambulance. We don't wear white coats.
The Bereavement Center has been through this so many times that they've kind of got that checklist ready for us.
Did you write the letter? Did you get in touch with family members?
And one of the things I just love about working with them is they never really tell us what to do. They kind of just guide you through and give you a gentle nudge, like maybe you want to think about not doing that, or here's the reasons why you want to do this with 7-year-olds and not with 17-year-olds.
I have found when I speak with children who've had a significant loss in their life, a mother die, a brother die, a sister die, a father, that school often was their respite.
How do we keep the routine going for them? Because for kids, predictability and routine is what keeps them going.
Kids don't want to go to strangers when they're in crisis. They want the people that they know and that they trust and that they care about okay enough to be able to handle that.
You kind of just want to pretend this didn't happen, but when a classmate has died, you can't pretend this didn't happen.
But I prayed for him, but we did a swim-a-thon for him. We raised money for him. Why did he still die? And so for kids, I'm gonna get emotional, for kids to make sense of this is very, very hard.
Teachers' biggest concerns is how much emotion is it okay to show, or is it okay at all to show emotion?
It's not exactly the right thing to say that we're looking for, it's the sweat. Kids love to see you sweat.
And there's no more valuable lesson than people that kids respect and trust showing emotion in a way and still being able to function.
So we help them with the vocabulary, and we really help them with the anxiety that comes along with grief and loss.
I don't have all the answers. I'm as sad as you are, and it really hurts sometimes. It really hurts, and it's gonna hurt.
I cried when I shared the news with the staff that we had lost our staff member. And I think it's okay to be emotional.
We often say that the last taboo in our society is death. It's not sex anymore. It's really, and so to be able to have language around it and to be able to talk about it is incredibly important for kids.
The steady force, the calm force that everyone can rely on. Because when everyone else is falling apart, you can't.
So it's entering the struggle knowing that you will fail. And that's bravery. And that's the bravery of being human.
Are we better off with the Bereavement Center, or would the outcome be the same without the Bereavement Center? Of course, the answer is we're much better off with a place like the Bereavement Center and their expertise. So one of the ways you can help is you can volunteer there, but you can also donate. Everything obviously operates on funding, and people are very aware when there's a crisis, and they're not aware when there's not a crisis. So funding is really the key to making sure that organizations like the Bereavement Center and other organizations stay viable so they are there when we need them.